where do you get your news? That's the question. I get my news mostly, as I said before, from a little app called Flipboard that caters basically to exactly what I find interesting, which happens to be video games, technology, top headlines, and maybe a few other little topics like traveling or such, but not at all sports or the economy or anything money related like that. And that's why I get most of my news, or basically all of my news, online. Newspapers do offer, different sections that you can read, whichever one you'd like, but really online has that advantage, which is why for the first time more people are getting their news online than in a newspaper. In surveys conducted by the Pew Project for Excellence in Journalism, 34% of respondents said that they actually read their news within the last 24 hours online versus 31% who said they favored the newspaper. A full 41% said that they get most of their news online, which is 10% more than those who said that they get most of their news from a newspaper. Of course, most news does come from television, and that's probably going to, stay on track for a little bit, but in general, getting your news online is on the rise and will eventually overtake, it's already overtaken newspaper and it will overtake television at some point. It really comes down to people really only wanting to hear or see exactly what they want to and nothing else, and the convenience of doing it whenever you want. And it's quick and it's convenient. You can do it on the go. You don't need to sit down and take your phone out or your computer out and read the news when you're drinking your morning coffee, which maybe is something you do with your newspaper. Getting your news online is just a lot easier and more convenient, I feel like. As I said, the web is the second most popular form of getting your news. The local television is the first. And local TV also leads in revenues because that's where most of their market is. But online news media was the only medium that has seen growth year after year. From television to radio to newspapers, magazines, every other medium actually saw a decline in audience. Only 40% of people in that study said that they read the news in an online or print newspaper, which was actually a 12% drop from 5 years ago. That's text news, I should say, not online. So as you can see, double-digit dropping is a huge problem for that industry. The funny thing is, as much as it's dropping, it's actually also increasing on the other side, which is why a lot of the time people or companies are trying to switch to that medium, and they definitely should, because that's where it's heading.